You know, I wish I could just say, as I believe the world to be, so it is, and then like it be true. But unfortunately, I do not have the Philosopher's Stone, and I cannot do such magic. As above, so below. This is day 2, so same day as before. Playlist, Jedi's channel. Let's get into it. As Above, So Below is a found footage film that actually kind of stands aside from the rest of them. It's up there with like Chronicle and Project Almanac for the only found footage films that I really enjoy. I don't really count End of Watch because there's some shots in that movie that are kind of impossible. But this is one that I really like. The premise is that there's this historian named Scarlett who's good at just about everything. She's got like 2 PhDs, a master's degree, speaks like 74 languages, and is a black belt, because why wouldn't she be? But her father was searching for the Philosopher's Stone. It drove him crazy, and he took his own life before the movie takes place. And she's basically on a quest to find it. She realizes that it's probably somewhere in the Parisian catacombs. So they go in there with a crew of experts that have been there before, and you have your movie. I will say right away, these characters are pretty compelling, especially George and Papillon. I really enjoyed those 2 characters, especially when they interacted towards the beginning of, of when they went into the catacombs. But the thing about the catacombs of this movie is the deeper you go, the weirder things get. It starts to be like a Dante's Inferno 7 layers of hell type of thing, where pretty much each character is forced to confront their sins and atone, and the characters who do not atone die in pretty messed up ways. But I mean, I think the most messed up way anybody dies in this movie is they get sucked into the floor and their feet stick out. That's that's really tough. That's gotta suck. But I'm sure, as you can imagine, a movie that's found footage and takes place in the catacombs, there's a lot of feeling of claustrophobia in the movie, which one of the characters, Benji, goes through personally in the film, and it kind of freaks you out too, because you're seeing him being stuck in this space where he clearly can't move, and you feel like you're stuck in a space where you clearly can't move because the camera's right up in there with him. There is a spider on my desk. I'm just gonna ignore it and keep going. Don't move. All right, I'll come back for you. Anyway, there's also some really good sound design in the movie. Like, there's a part where one of the characters like splashes into some water, and then suddenly everything sounds like it's underwater. And it's actually really well done, and all the characters think that they're underwater. They can't really figure out what's going on because they can clearly see the surface, but they sound like they're beneath it. And I'm just like, oh, this is weird. This whole movie's weird. Honestly, though, I really enjoy it. I mean, like, there's some weird stuff that happens with the Philosopher's Stone, and it's not the right one. She has to go back and put it back, and then she gets the real stone, which is kind of a weird sequence because, like, it takes like 25 minutes after she gets the Philosopher's Stone to get to where they were, and she gets back there in like 3. And I'm just like, all right, that's kind of weird. But I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say about the movie. There's a really strange ending that makes sense. I mean, it flows with the rest of the movie, but it kind of feels like it catches you off guard, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you particularly personally view that sort of situation. But I mean, I recently found out that it's not very well scored on Rotten Tomatoes, so if I'm reviewing these movies, you don't have to go find the Rotten Tomatoes score for the movie, you know? You don't have to let that sway your opinion, because I personally really enjoy it, and you can watch it on Netflix, find out if you really enjoy it, because, I mean, I'm trying to brainwash you into believing in my opinion. That's what I do here, according to some people. That's the goal of this channel, is to indoctrinate you all, 12,000 strong. I went and saw As Above, So Below in theaters back in 2014, and personally I would say that it is worth the price of admission. I really enjoyed it, and I've only seen it once since then, but it's still a really solid film, and you can make that decision for yourself if you want to. But As Above, So Below, have you seen it? What do you think about it? Whatever it is, whatever you think of it below, educate me. And as always, if you want more videos from me, I don't know, man. You're just gonna have to find some, I guess. But I'll see you later.